What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's TV review of Lovecraft Country Season 1, Episode 6, Meet Me in Daegu. Before we begin, hey, if you like my channel, cool, hit that subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, cool, hit that like button, as well as commenting below on any video that you watch, including this one. Now, Lovecraft Country has had a very interesting kind of life to itself. I think the last episode was fantastic. I give it a 10. I think the ideas of what it was presenting were awesome. These episodes, especially Meet Me in Daegu, are fascinating because this episode is gorgeous to watch. The visual and the cinematography are just insanely well done. It feels like a fantasy film. It feels like a fantasy show. You know, when they're in the different places in Korea, it just feels like a different world. And there's a reason for that within, being Lovecraft Country. But this episode, instead of continuing the whole Chicago stuff, we finally get an idea of, what is going on? Who is this person that keeps calling the Atticus character? Why is he so afraid of her? What is going on? And this episode explains exactly what happens. And for that said, I freaking love this episode. I thought it was great. I thought it was entertaining. It was horrifying. It was violent. It was, it had a lot to say. I don't know how people are going to feel about the whole kind of twist with the Chung character, but I feel it was justified. I feel it was interesting and really fits into this world of demons and creatures and horrifying aspects, which really delve into this world of this war that is going on between 1949 and 1950. And we get a kind of an idea of what Atticus's deal is, why he is so different and so odd. And when he comes back to Chicago, it's because he did some really disturbing stuff. There's a disturbing scene in this episode where they're trying to find somebody who basically is giving intel to whoever, somebody who's a conspirator and somebody who is, against the population. And they kill a couple of the nurses in this episode to get information. And we have a young woman who's friends with the Ji-ha character, the Jamie Chung character, who admits to it, even though we don't know if she's actually telling the truth or not, and she's killed. And Atticus is there when it happens. He actually is there and doesn't seem to be affected by it. And later on in 1950, we go into the burn ward, the medical center, and Atticus can't remember anything. He doesn't know why he's there. He's lost his memory and stuff like that. And he starts to fall for the Jamie Chung character, who she's a fascinating character because she has a passionate romance for the American side of things. She loves Judy Garland. She loves the movie. She watches the movie, has fantasies about him, and she kind of has an attraction for this character, this Atticus character, and they develop a romantic budding relationships we see for a couple years. And it's a really kind of cool, kind of interesting, now that we know that Letty and Atticus are in a relationship, it kind of feels sad, and it feels like heartbreaking that we know that this character, this Ji-ha character, is really pining for him, but she holds a dark secret. And when we first see her, she's like a very downed individual. She's a nurse. She's trying to find a man to bring home because she feels that she is, trying to bring more power to her house and stuff like that, because this takes place in South Korea. And what we don't know until she brings home a man that she kind of seems to be hypnotizing is that Ji-ha's character is some form of demon, some form of manifestation that the mom character, her mom, has brought up from the grave and stuff like that. And to say that the scene almost, it doesn't rival the stuff that happened in episode 5 with the whole skin shaving scene and stuff like that, but she starts having sex with one of the guys, and all of a sudden she goes in a trance and things start coming out of every orifice, these tentacles and hairy things or whatever. This demon starts latching onto the guy and latching onto the eyeballs of the guy, and she starts getting his memories and almost sucking his soul away. And it's really messed up and really dark. But the reason she's doing this is she needs 100 souls to basically become human again. And it's a ploy for the mother, who in the past, between the daughter and the mother and the father did some unscrupulous things by, committing acts of rape, basically. That's what it is. and it's kind of a twist and turn, a pull on both sides. Jihad doesn't want to do this because every time takes a soul from someone, she is seeing her life with this person. Like the past, it seems glorious and exciting and fanciful and stuff like that, and it's really cool, it's really unique, it's really kind of an interesting take. But the problem is she's so conflicted about having to do this, and she's starting to realize that the mom character, the woman, the older woman, is using her to get her daughter back, and she is in control, and she's it's really messed up when you think about it. But like I said, she comes across the Atticus character, and they start to develop a relationship, and it's not till at the very end of this point, when they have sex again, because they have sex throughout this episode, that the tentacles come out, which is not what Jamie Chung's character is entailing, and it attaches to, of course, Atticus, and is trying to kill Atticus to get that 100th soul. And therefore she sees Atticus's future, sees everything that Atticus is going for in Chicago, because he's finally able to leave. He's got enough points and stuff like that, or I guess he says. And she lets him go at the last minute. He survives, and he runs out screaming because it's a horrifying incident. And what's fascinating about that whole segment is she tries to warn him that if he goes back to Chicago, he is going to die. Now, with that said, that leads into some very interesting ideas about where this series is going. Does the Jamie Chung Ji-ha character, she's trying to warn him by calling him, and he's not listening. So is Atticus going to make it out through this? Is he going to make it through this entire season? Are we going to lose Jonathan Majors by the time this season's over with? I don't know. I'm really fascinated by it. I'm really intrigued. I think this is a really kind of unique episode, because not only are we getting some pre-past stuff, which is, J.J. Abrams' non-MO, or, when it comes to J.J. Abrams shows, this kind of stuff is not revealed so quickly. But I'm really kind of intrigued by the idea that Jiha and her mother go to this fortune teller or whatever, I think the one who actually summoned the demon, and they basically ask this woman, is he gonna die? And it basically says yes. It's pretty much where the episode leaves off at. But it's so crazy that this episode, as little as it has in it, it has so many interesting revelations. It has so many more mysteries that are being popped out. The dream that Atticus has at the beginning, I'm sure, is an effect from this whole situation. Is Atticus's powers, did that affect the Jihad character? It's just a really kind of unique take on where this series is going and where it's stepping forward. Is this series going to turn out like, The Haunting of Hill House and Blythe Manor? Is it going to turn into like American Horror Story, where the next season is not even going to be about Atticus and his family? I mean, I don't know. Even from watching the next episode, it's just this series is going into so many interesting, crazy, and bonkers directions that I can't even begin. I said I thought I knew where this series was going from the very first episode. I'm to a point that we're only 4 episodes left from the end of the series, and I have no idea where this series is going. I have no idea what it's doing. But my God, I am ready for it. I love this episode. I do. I think Jamie Chung is fantastic in this episode. I think Jonathan Majors is fantastic in this episode. I think the disturbing nature is really poignant and really well presented and really well written. I just think it's a fantastic episode. I think it's one of those episodes that really gives you a lot, even though it's not giving you everything, which is what I want. I keep harping back on episode 3, but here we are 3 episodes later, and the last 3 episodes have been better and better and better. So episode 7, I'm really looking forward to. I hope it's good. I hope the series continues, because I can't get enough of this series right now. I really can't. I can't wait for week to week. It's going to be hard when the series ends on episode 10, or the season ends on episode 10, knowing if they have a second season. Episode 6 of Lovecraft Country is a 10 out of 10. I'll say it right now. Second 10 out of 10 I've given, because I just love where the series is going, and I think it's very powerful stuff. And it's a horror series as well, which is awesome. The whole tentacle stuff amazed me. It was unexpected. I did not expect the Jamie Chung character to go in this direction. I didn't expect any of this. So it gives it a new form of levity and a new form of level of interesting content that they're building upon. So we'll see where this series goes from here on out, but right now I'm loving it. So, but yeah, there you go. That's my take on Lovecraft Country Season 1, Episode 6, Meet Me in Daegu. It's always a lot of words to say at once, but let me know in the comments below what you thought of the episode. Did you agree with me? Did you love it as much as I did? If you didn't love the episode, it's perfectly alright. Tell me why you didn't love it, all that good stuff. But anyways, if you enjoy my channel, hit that subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Always hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. And if you love those videos, cool, hit that like button. If you dislike it, you know what? It is what it is. But otherwise, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace out.